How's it going, everyone? It's Liam Carriston here with another episode of The Last of Us, with episode number 2, which I'm looking forward to continuing my experience through The Last of Us. With the first episode being a really great introductory for me, as someone who has, of course, never played or experienced The Last of Us. It was really, really great for me to kind of get in, soak in all of this lore, not just in terms of how the outbreak, I guess, kicked off in 2003, and of course the unfortunate situation with Sarah, which I might be underselling it here, but it really got a few people. So, yeah, but it was really, really devastating to see those events and, of course, how that's impacted the world of 2023, how the world has gone to shit, of course, and how, we've got the Fireflies and Fedra, of course, at each other's throats, with Joel, Ellie, and Tess, of course, on the move, and Ellie carrying significant importance with the fact that she's been infected, but it's been a few weeks, which isn't part of the norm for those who, get infected. It's usually a 1 or 2 day deal, and yeah, so, I am really looking forward to checking out this episode. I heard that this was, for those who have played the game, that this was a really, really great, adaptation of, the first portion of the game. So it's really, really great to know that for those, who might be interested in playing The Last of Us after this, that this is a nice kind of, I don't want to say ease into what the game holds, because obviously there's going to be bits and pieces that's going to be cut out, of course, but this is a really, really nice way to cater to both those who've played the game and those who, of course, haven't. So, that's really great to know. So why don't we get into this episode of The Last of Us? This is episode number 2. Let's go.
Apa Bapak tidak salah orang? Anle Bu Ratna, Profesor Mikologi, Universitas Indonesia.
They need her assistance, right? Things are kicking off. They need the right person to kind of lead them into a right direction. Fuck. Yeah. 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 Like I said, it'd be real bad.
Seluruh kota dan seluruh orang yang ada di dalamnya.
Holy shit! Yeah. Nice way to, wake up.
Do I look like I'm infected?
Show us your arm.
Or until they get it from smugglers. Guess not you guys.
Hey.
What?
Hey.
In these times,
Why
it's
are
a
you
5-course
so important
meal.
to Don't lie to me, or we'll take you back.
You take me back, you don't get your battery.
You heard that? But the Fireflies say if they believe that she is, then we get what we want.
We gotta find, a light at the end of the tunnel, really, and he might be of importance.
If she so much as twitches.
Don't.
Surreal, right?
We should get moving.
It's kind of mesmerizing, especially if you've been secluded all your life.
Yeah,
How old are you?
14.
Wow. I mean, you got some balls on you, sister.
Thanks.
She does not give a shit.
With split open heads that see in the dark like bats?
Oh. Maybe, maybe not. That doesn't sound promising. Beethoven reincarnated as a frog.
Yes, sir. I would like your finest sweet, please. Yes, ma'am. Would you like me to check your luggage? Yes, ma'am.
I love
right
her.
away, ma'am.
I love her.
Weird kid.
You're a weird kid.
Woo! Yeah, I think we're safe.
How long do infected live?
Oh, I thought you went to school.
It's a really shitty one.
Well, some last about a month or two. But there's others been walking around about 20 years.
Shit. Fucking hell.
They're connected.
More than you know. The fungus also grows underground. Long fibers like wires, some of them stretching over a
I
mile.
was gonna say.
You step on a patch of cordyceps in one place, and you can wake a dozen infected.
It's like
in
a
7 minutes.
kind of hive mind, I
Now they know
guess.
where you slowly. If you come up against anything, you get behind us and you stay there, okay?
Yes. I have a spare hand.
Congratulations.
She really wants that gun. She'll get it. She'll get it.
We are silent. Not quiet.
Oh shit.
Silent. No questions. Let's do it.
Oh shit. Right, so someone's gonna make some noise. I'm not gonna lie, this is oh my fuck. This is daunting. I'm not nervous whatsoever. Job you got by when you did. Oh! Shit. Wait, so we can't see him? What? Oh my fuck! Fucking what the fuck is that? He's gonna drop the bullet, isn't he, because of his hand. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the Oh my shit, I'm getting chills. Fuck. Shit! Shit. It's got no sense of... It did have a sense of direction, and then not even a second later. What the fuck?
I mean, if it was gonna happen to one of us.
Hey, let's get the fuck out of here.
But she's gonna be fine, right? Although, precautions.
Just go watch her.
I feel like something bad's happened to Tess, like she's been bit.
Fuck. She's infected.
I fucking had a feeling! Oh my... Oh shit.
Show me.
Is it the fracture? Oh! Oh!
I never ask you for anything, not to feel the way I felt, not to... You shut the fuck up, because I don't have time.
Oh,
This is your chance.
Tess.
You get her there. You keep her alive. And you set everything right.
Shit.
Hold on. Maybe a minute.
Oh.
Making sure that they don't follow you.
She's gonna blow this place to kingdom come. Oh my god. Please work, please work, please work. Thank God. Just drop it, yeah. Holy shit. Damn. Damn. No, I'm not gonna lie though. I am really, really digging this. I mean, it's only been 2 episodes, granted. But with the first episode and how it set things up and then how intense this second one was, especially with those things that I guess rely on sound to move. And obviously Tess, yeah. It's just been an incredible first couple of episodes. Because it's definitely it's definitely appealing to me very, very well, but it's just been really, really amazing so far. So I just feel so bad for Joel as well, because obviously he's been pained with, of course, what happened to Sarah, and obviously Tommy is a is in the unknown, and now Tess. So, and he's now got that responsibility, a responsibility that, you know, kind of pains him, because we know how a bit how there is that kind of struggle, I guess, for him in regards to Ellie, especially with the fact that he's trying to take precautions and whatnot, and now she got, you know, bit again. I'm guessing he's gonna keep, like, obviously we know where I guess we're going next, but there's also the idea of keeping an eye on her, because of the fact that, is lightning really gonna strike? Like, is this gonna be a slow process, or something like that? Because, you know, it can be very, very difficult for him to, I guess, truly understand what I guess Ellie will be about. So, but I think, you know, like Tess was convinced, she is pretty much the real deal. Yeah, it's just been really phenomenal stuff all throughout. Like, even the cold opens, I guess, have been really incredible. I know there were quite a few people talking about last week's opening being very, very chilling, which it was. You know, even when some people think about the fact that there are kind of relations to, of course, the pandemic of 2020. And not just that, though, but just the chilling setup, really, for what is to come in the world of The Last of Us. It really sent a shiver down the spine. And even this episode had a very terrifying cold open with, of course, that doctor who, of course, had to assess that body. So, yeah. And obviously when she found out about the fungi, it was very, very chilling. Like, seeing how frightened she was, and then terrifyingly says we have to bomb the city. Even like, it wasn't even a very strict attitude as well. It was more it was panic. It wasn't just panic in regards to, okay, if this thing spreads, we're fucked. But it was also the fact that she knew she had to stay behind, and it was it was another case of the only choices we have are bad ones. Because we can't afford to let this thing spread out, which, you know, sadly did. But I don't want to bomb, you know, a city full of innocents, etc. With the fact that this thing is happening. But yeah, so and I don't know if that's going to be a format for the rest of this series. Like, we're continuing exploring about this outbreak, the infection, etc. But I would be here for it because, like I said, for these first 2 episodes, there's been a very chilling presence. But they've been done very differently because, of course, the first episode, that was set like decades back before the outbreak began, and this was when the outbreak actually happened. So, and we got to learn a bit more in regards to the outbreak. So, about how where it resided, should I say, and not just that, though, but I felt like in this episode we, not just, of course, followed Joel, Ellie, and Tess, of course, as they tried to make their way to, you know, the van, of course, which, you know, but we also got to learn a bit more about the infected, as well as see other variants, because we know that the infected have a hive mind, which, you know, makes things a bit more intense, because those, I mean, we are seeing different, I guess, different variants of the infected, and it's already very chilling with just how warped they've become. And those things that rely on sound to move, I'll explain that in a minute, because yeah, it's putting me off and play if those, yeah, I'm assuming those things are in the game, so it's not really helping my confidence, because I don't, yeah, but confronting the infected, well, one infected, should I say, or even a couple is bad enough, but having an army of infected respond to something happening, to sound, etc., it just raises the stakes a bit, doesn't it? So, yeah, great stuff. So, but yeah, those things that rely on, I guess, sound to move, because obviously we saw, well, there were instances where if it could see, it would have attacked Joel, Ellie, etc. Yeah. And, like, even through the glass, I'm like, did it? So, I'm guessing that's why they have to stay quiet, because they have to rely on sound to move. And there were... Okay, so... It wasn't just the dark environment, of course, with... I mean, in general, whenever you're in a very dark room, watching a show, it becomes very intense. You expect something to jump out at you, all that. Like, especially if the music cuts out, you're like, or at least I do that. So it was already setting the stages up to be very, very terrifying anyways. But with the fact that they had to be very quiet, and when we saw those things, when we saw that variant of infected, like, the look, the physical appearance on them is just very, very chilling anyways. But the sound as well, it was horrifying. You don't want to be hearing that when you can't see them. So, and with that with those blends of concepts together, it just becomes a very, very intense, scary atmosphere. I was low-key kind of shaking because of how intense it was, how terrifying those infected were. So, yeah, and obviously you felt very, very scared for Joel because, of course, he was a bit injured. So when he was reloading his gun, I was expecting the bullets to drop, you know, the ting, ting, ting. So, yeah. But those things were just absolutely bone-chilling. And the thing is, those who have played the game will probably be like, oh, well, I don't know, to be fair, because it might be just as terrifying as if you've played the game, or you might be in the audience that's like, oh, this is going to be great. But for those who, like me, have not played the game, just encountering those variants are, yeah. So, oh, I feel like I have to regret my choice. No, I'm kidding, in regards to playing the game. I'm still going to play it. I mean, I was bloody terrified of the skulls from MGS 5 when I first dealt with that. So, yeah, I've encountered worse. But yeah, it was really, really great stuff in this episode, because it had its blend of course, the traversing and world building as well, because not only did we get to learn quite a bit more about various pieces, like the infected and the hive mind and the different variants, but also getting to learn a bit more about Ellie, how she got infected, and yeah, it was just really, really great stuff, in terms of, like I said, the blend of, I guess, the intensity, the exploration and traversal, but also getting to learn a bit more about this universe, whether it be through, I guess, landscapes and whatnot, because now we're outside, I guess, the walls. We get to learn a bit more about the world. Well, in the eyes of Ellie, Ellie, I guess, because obviously Tess and Joel, they knew they knew what the world was like before it went to shit. With Ellie, she's only had to rely on books, which obviously some pieces in history can be a bit skewed. So now she gets to see the world with her own eyes, and at first it can be very, very intriguing and mesmerizing. But I do really like the idea that, obviously, with sadly what happened to Tess, there is that kind of hard-hitting reality about, yeah, this is the world. Buckle up, kiddo. So, yeah, and like I said, obviously, we now have, I guess, a destination with, well, we don't just have a destination, but a responsibility, because Joel has to take Ellie to see Bill and Frank, I think it was, yeah. And there seems to be this there seems to be this idea that they're going to be a bit reluctant. So, and obviously we went through this episode with Joel being very, very skeptical about Ellie in regards to how she could be a very miraculous, I guess, entity for the human race. And yeah, so we saw throughout this episode Tess being very more so leaning towards Ellie's side and believing her, giving her the benefit of the doubt. Joel, not so much on the other hand. And I guess it makes sense with all of the hardships he's been through and how hardened his character is. And I mean, it could be the case of, well, she got bitten a second time and she's not infected, so I guess I will believe her, but I'm still gonna be, I'm still reserving certain sentiments, like a bond or whatever, because Joel has lost, he lost Sarah. Tommy is a bit in the unknown, and yeah, he's just went through the labor of losing Tess, so which I was so glad that the place blew up, because there was that infected who just decided to have a bit of a kissy with her, and I was like, oh, please don't tell me this is like she's gonna actually be infected and the place won't blow up. So, but yeah, but yeah, like excuse me, I need a drink after this. Yeah, after Ellie got infected again, we've seen her basically shrug it off, I guess you could say. But like I said, I'm also leaning towards the idea that Joel will be looking out for Ellie, and kind of like, I don't want to make comparisons just because Pedro Pascal, but kind of like how obviously we had Mando be very, very strict and hardened with his feelings, and obviously there was a bit of a bond that later developed between him and Grogu. So I feel like that, not in the same manner, but something similar. He's hardened emotionally, etc., especially after losing Tess, but he's gonna have a bit of a connectivity with Ellie. So that's the way I see things going, especially if Bill and Frank are going to be very reluctant to take on Ellie. He's got to be the one. Joel has got to be the one who has to have Ellie's back, if that makes sense. So, and that's where we can start having a bit more connectivity between the pair. So yeah, but yeah, overall this was a pretty great follow-up episode from episode 1, because with the introductory of episode 1, I really loved how we were eased into the world. And then this episode, we explored the world a bit further, as well as there was a bit of intensity with those infected that relied on the sound. And yeah, nightmare fuel. That's what I'm gonna say. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this. 2 episodes down. I'm excited for next week, so I will see you guys next time. If you guys enjoyed this reaction, you can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!